You may remember this story from a few months ago.
Last month, Oklahoma School Chief Walters announced that PragerU would have an even larger hand in the education of the state's children and would be helping to develop an assessment for teachers relocating from states with progressive education policies.
So some good news here. The new superintendent ended this plan in October within a week or so of taking office. But even though this feels like a victory, we can't assume something like this won't happen again in deep red Oklahoma or any of the other deep red states that are still in the process of figuring out how they're going to use this MAGA indoctrination platform. Ideas and plans like this suggest that states are willing to try to flex their power to decide which ideas are acceptable in classrooms instead of spending their time to address their real educational failures. Letting a partisan group like PragerU partner with the state's education department to screen teachers turns ideology into a hiring filter and sidelines educators who might question inequality or power. It's especially troubling when Oklahoma public schools have struggled in national rankings for decades, yet the energy goes toward culture wars rather than funding, pay, or retention. And we could replace Oklahoma in that sentence with any of these deep red states if we wanted to. As Isabel Wilkerson notes in Caste, authoritarian systems often start by controlling education. She points out how Germany in the 1930s forced schools to use anti-Semitic textbooks to normalize exclusionary ideology. Seen that way, this idea of using a partisan screener like PragerU looks less like improving education and more like consolidating control over what knowledge is allowed to exist.